let it be part of the things that you're writing down. Be confident, because you have taken the pain, the stress of learning whatever course it is. It took you weeks or it took you months. You've paid, or you didn't even pay, or somebody paid on your behalf, right? It has taken you time and energy. So be confident about whatever it is that you have just learned. Do a project, at least one project. Either you're going to be doing it with a group of people or you're going to be doing it alone, but make sure that you do a project so that you can present something. Hi TECHSTARS, welcome right back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Damilola Agboluwaje, and welcome to Tech Careers with TDA. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know that I love you so much. See, you have a very special place in my heart. Let me not lie, you have a special place in my heart, and thank you for coming right back to watch this video. Today is a very chilly day, and that's even why I'm dressed the part. But I just want to just with us, really. I don't want us to be too serious today. And you know that even when we are playing, we are being serious, or we are just having fun, there is something to learn at the end of the video, and that is exactly what this video is all about. And as the name suggests, I want to talk about my tech career journey. And really, it's because somebody asked me recently, how did you even get into tech? You're always the one asking people to get into tech, but you, how did you get into tech? And to be very honest, I already have this video on my lifestyle and faith channel. If you're not following that channel, if you're not subscribed to that channel, please do that. I'll put the name of that channel in the description of this video, so just make sure that you go there and go and subscribe and binge watch my videos basically. So because of that particular question, why not, let's talk about it, and let's just, you know, gist, have fun, and basically just hear ourselves out. All right, so without wasting so much of our time, let us jump right into the video. So I'm going to be speaking about how I got into tech and how it started for me. A lot of you already know that I was in the media before I transitioned into tech. I was doing so well in the media. I was a presenter, I was a TV host, I hosted a friend's wedding. You know, I was just that girl who was always in front of the camera. Yes, I'm still in front of the camera because I'm speaking to you, and you're watching me from your phone, you're watching me from your TV screen. However it is, I'm still the girl on the camera. I was fully into the media, and the time at which I had started to, you know, think about if I was going to detach myself from media was 2020. It was during COVID, and truth be told, I wasn't really making so much money in media. It was not so consistent, and the fact that I even had a job in the COVID was a blessing for me, even though it wasn't coming as frequently as it should. You know, excuse was being that, oh, it's COVID, we're not making so much of money, all of that, you know, yada yada. Right? So, but the fact that I had a job during COVID was even a blessing for me, because a lot of people were laid off their jobs, a lot of companies had packed up at the time, because it really hit us, right? It hit us in a very, very bad way, while some people were still, you know, doing good basically. So yeah, that was that point for me. I don't want to mention the name of the company, but I know if I do, most of you all will remember. They needed in-house presenter, because they were going to be posting out videos, I think 2 or 3 times a week, and it was even during COVID. Most people were on their phones, people were locked in, we were not doing anything, you know, basically. So people were on social media the most. We'll create content in different aspects. We'll create content about culture, we'll create content about food, we'll create content about everything Nigerian culture. Really, it was going well, but like I said, the pay wasn't good enough. So that was, you know, the beginning of the beginning for me, the beginning of my end of it's not end though, because if you have media jobs and you ask me that, Gado, come and, you know, I said Gado, my nickname is actually Gado. And most people call me Gado, right? And you say, Gado, come and host this red carpet for us, and the money is good, my sister, my brother, I will come. I will come and do it. And funny how, even though I've not done it in a long time, if I prepare and do it, I will do it excellently well, because yeah, it's just part of me. I just love to speak and all of that, right? So yeah, that's it. The beginning of when I started to change my orientation was, I already started to hear about tech, right? I knew people were shouting tech is the new oil and gas, come to tech, come to this, come to that. People were shouting about it. A lot of people will say, what is this? It's not everybody that will do tech, it's not it's not. But I was so interested. I was like, okay, what exactly is going on? I didn't even know the fields in tech at the time. I didn't know anything. I was basically as clueless as somebody who was just hearing a field or a career path for a very first time. So I was very clueless. But I started to ask questions. I started to ask my friend. That's even more reason why you guys need to have like very valuable friends. You need to have friends who know what they are doing. It's not just about packing friends up and down. You have valuable friendships. Make sure that the people that you call your friends are people that you can run to anytime you need information from them, and they also can run to you anytime if they need information from you or what have you, right? So I had a friend at the time who went to the same unit together that I met through another friend that we became friends from there, right? We're still friends today, until tomorrow, until eternity, God willing. Okay, yeah, God willing. God has to read it because this is a very important friend of mine. This person was studying something related to engineering computer in school because we went to the same uni, right? I studied English language and literature studies. School was my first degree, so you see that there's no way close to tech. I mean, when people even ask me today that what did you study, they are probably waiting to hear computer science, computer engineering, mathematics and all of that, and I still tell them no, I studied English language and literature studies, and they're like, how? But yeah, that's one of my achievements in life. That's when I get to tell them, I transitioned from media to tech. I was formerly in media, now I'm in tech and stuff like that. So yeah, that's just by the side. But really, this was where everything changed for me. This was where my orientation changed. This was where I began to open my mind to tech. This was where everything basically changed for me. A friend of mine has another friend who relocated to the UK at the time, but this person that relocated to the UK already has a job in the radio station or was doing something related to radio presenting at the time before they moved to the UK. So when they got to the UK, they started to look for a job. So all the jobs that this person had found, they would basically go from interview stage to the point where they will start to speak, or they will need to hear them speak. So either they ask you to send a 1-minute video of you speaking, they would ask you to send a 1-minute audio of you speaking, because they basically want to hear how you talk. And I want to believe that this is the same thing everywhere. This my friend will always tell me that this person looks for job, and when it got to the oral aspect of the interview, they would always cut this person off, because I mean, I don't blame them. You as a Nigerian with a Nigerian accent, you basically do not talk like a white person, right? It's already a struggle for you to speak to a British person and for them to be able to hear you well, right? I would not blame them. There's no way they would give that kind of person a job because you're like a bad market. Except if maybe you now want to go and learn to speak the way they speak, then maybe they can consider you. That was already a problem for the person. The person had to look for another job elsewhere, like in another field, and thankfully they got the job. Started to think about my life that wait though, this is what I do. I don't have any other thing that I'm doing with my life other than just being a presenter, and I want to be the person that is valuable anyway that I meet myself in the world. So what is that thing that will make me valuable? Aside from the fact that people were shouting that tech was the new oil and gas, I felt like tech was the only thing at the time, don't blame me. I feel like tech was the only thing that would make me, valuable. Even if I leave Nigeria today and I go elsewhere, I travel elsewhere, and they can still see me as someone who is very valuable to their country, valuable to the company that I'll be working in, and all of that. So that gave me a different orientation. I started to think about my life. I started to re-strategize about things. So I went to this my friend because I know that she was already in tech at the time. She had already started in tech and all of that. So it is good that you even have friends that are open to, giving you information. They are not hoarding information. They are open to sharing whatever it is that they know. They are open to even making research on your behalf to come and tell you. Because that was the gift I got from this friend. She went as far as, doing more research so that she could be spot on whenever she was speaking to me and whenever I came to her to ask for questions and all of that. So she basically introduced me to coding at the time, that I could do front end. Funny enough, I didn't know what was front end or back end. I didn't even know if there was anything that was back end and front end. I just knew that it was very fantastic seeing people write a bit of jargons here and there, and then they are able to build a very fantastic website, build a very fantastic mobile application. I just knew that people were writing those kind of things, and then they were building fantastic applications and all of that, and it was very fascinating to me, and I wanted to learn more. So I think the mistake that I made was that I self-taught, right? I was teaching myself. I was going to be in the house teaching myself and all of that, but at the point where it was getting serious, right, I just got disconnected from it. I didn't understand what was going on anymore. I was not just catching the cruise anymore, so I left it and I went back to this my friend to say, mommy, I don't think I can do this. She went as far as, you know, researching about product management, and I think, see, I saw another one. No, I think you can do this one, and I think you have the qualities of this one. So I had to by myself, when I heard that she said that, I had to by myself start researching on it. And this is one of the lessons I want you to take out from this video. I had to start researching on what is product management, what are like the job roles of product management, what are the qualities that a product manager should have. So when I started to, you know, cross my T's and dot my I's, and I started to see that, okay, I think I have these qualities already. So if I merge it into this particular course, I'm going to do fantastically well. So yeah, I had a goal, I had a roadmap at the time to go and learn about product management. And that takes me to another part of my story, which was, how did I even get a platform to learn on, and how did I even get to know about the platform? Another thing I'm going to tell you is, use social media in a very good way. Use social media in a very positive way. I'd seen on social media, Instagram most especially, that there was a platform that was teaching students for free. Their name was Side or So at the time. They are now Terra Learning. This is not an ad for Terra Learning. They should be hearing me. But yeah, I love them so much because they were like a major part of my life. These people are teaching people for free, and I'm like, free? Carry my bag, carry my shoes, off the Side or So. It was online, by the way. It was online. Everything was online. The training, everything was basically online. So I registered for this, and then I started my product management training. I finished top 5, and that's because I knew what I wanted. My goal was very strong, and my zeal, my passion was very, very strong. Like, I had a very strong will to do this, to get the best out of this, even though it was free, right? Some people will see free things and then they would take it with levity. But I, on the other hand, I made sure that I put my all into this. So I finished as top 5 because of how consistent I was with it. At this time, I'd already dumped my media job. I was tired of, you know, doing that kind of job. So I was jobless at the time. I was just basically, you know, doing this particular course and putting my all in this course. This internship is basically in 2 parts. Is 4 weeks of internship and 4 weeks of boot camp. So that's like 8 weeks in total. So the internship base is like the theoretical aspect, and the boot camp was basically you putting into practice the things that you have learned in the first 4 weeks of your theoretical training. Okay, so it made a lot of sense. When we got to the boot camp phase, different students had, you know, volunteered to be team leads for different teams, because this is basically you coming together with other team members, with other track members, and building a particular project that, you know, you're going to defend at the end of the day, right? So people had volunteered to be team lead. I was never going to be a team lead, but I eventually finished as a team lead. So how did that happen? So we were on this group, and then we're looking for our team lead. People would just be shouting and be saying different things, saying different all sorts of things, and time was going. So the management of Side or So at the time reached out to me, like they entered my DM to say, oh, we see how you're coordinating this team, would you like to volunteer as a team lead? So this was how it happened. Because I didn't like to see people just wake up and be saying different things. When we have, you know, work on our hands, when we have projects that we are meant to do, people are there gisting, saying different things, things that do not even correlate with why we are here. So yeah, I will just make sure that people calm down. Let's at least start getting ready before the team lead would, you know, come. We didn't know, maybe the team lead's phone was bad, maybe the person was sick. We didn't even know the person, right? I was just trying to make sure that at least everybody is coordinated before the person comes, and then the person can take over from there. So that was how they saw me, and then reached out to me. And you know that I already had like a reputation from the internship as per top 5 and all of that. So they just reached out to me to say, would you like to volunteer as a team lead? And I was like, okay, this is the opportunity, let me grab it. And I grabbed it. So I basically led a team of 44 members who are cross-functional. When I say cross-functional, I mean that you know, we had the front-end developers, we had the back-end developers, we had the content creators, we had the QA, we had a whole number of people who were, you know, into different tracks. So we're all supposed to come together as a team and then make something good out of it, right? So I was able to manage that team well, and we came up with a very fantastic product. This product is my baby, my first baby actually. The name of this product is called Fairbuy. Fairbuy is a platform that you can easily go to buy things that are fairly used. Before the cluttering even came into the limelight, we already knew what we wanted to do, and you know, it was very fantastic and sweet project, and it was very personal to me. Okay, so yeah, Fairbuy was the platform where you would go to buy fairly used things. So if you want to sell off your bed, you want to sell off your chair, whatever it is that you want to sell off, and then people are going to come to Fairbuy to buy it at a very, very cheaper rate. So we built this application with WordPress. This particular product or experience or project that I worked on, right, helped me when I was going for my first interview. The first interview was one that actually got me the job that I had as an entry-level product manager at the time. So this is to say that make sure that you build the product. I think I cannot overemphasize this enough. Make sure that you build the project. If you are coming straight out of boot camp, right, coming straight out of an internship or coming straight out of training, they will ask you, what is the project that you have built? Whatever it is, make sure that you build a project. Either you're building it alone or you're building it with like a group of people. You have something to show when you want to apply for an internship role or an entry-level role. You know, when you have a leader who also have the passion to do great things, I mean, to follow that person will be very easy. And that was the story for me. I was that leader who was very passionate about what she was doing. When it got to the point where we're going to present Fairbuy, it was with so much confidence. And I think that was how I brought people over. I brought them over with my confidence. I brought them over with how much of, you know, the zeal that they saw in me and how much they knew that I had a lot of potential. So yeah, that was just basically it for me, and that helped me to get a mentorship position with the same people that I call Terra Learning now. After side hustle, I went as far as taking another advanced training with an Australian-based training platform. They are called Entry Level. After I went to Entry Level, I got my certificate from Entry Level. I started to look for jobs. I would apply. I would apply for jobs because that was basically the next phase for me. And a friend of mine randomly just sent me a job link from LinkedIn that I should apply for this product management job, and thankfully I fit into what they were looking for. Interview was very fantastic. After that interview, and I got the mail that I've been scheduled for the second phase of the interview, I knew that okay, yes, I did something very, very fantastic. I mean, it was even no surprise to me because I ate that interview, and basically the things that they asked me in that interview was based on the project that I'd done at side also. And also, you know, being a team lead of 44 members is no beans. It is no beans, and that was exactly what I talked about. I just talked about everything, and my CV at the time, let me not even lie to you, I went all out with that CV. I listed everything from that internship phase to the bootcamp phase to the entry-level phase. It's still as a volunteer role in my CV till tomorrow, yeah, because when you volunteer for stuff is a good thing for when you want to apply for jobs. Do you know that even after I had resumed, like a week or two after, I went to meet my CPO and I went to meet head HR at the time. That what stood me out, because I know that I was not the only one that applied for this job. So what stood me out? And they said, your confidence, and you know what you're doing. We can see that you know what you're doing, and that is exactly what we're looking for. Let it be part of things that you're writing down. Be confident because you have taken the pain, the stress of learning whatever course it is. It took you weeks or it took you months. You've paid, or you didn't even pay, or somebody paid on your behalf, right? It has taken you time and energy. So be confident about whatever it is that you have just learned. Do a project, at least one project. Either you're going to be doing it with a group of people or you're going to be doing it alone, but make sure that you do a project so that you can present something, so that they will take you seriously and it can even result into getting a job. So just make sure that you prepare on all fronts. And I made sure that before I did the first phase of that interview, I read about the company, I read about what they were doing, I read about their services, I read about them so well. So yeah, that's my story, and thankfully I am where I am today because I still persevered. I'm still hardworking. I'm still very passionate about what I do, and even the added courses that I've taken, I'm still very, very, very much passionate about them. So I just want to implore you that all the lessons that I've gathered from this video, please start putting them into use. And I wish you all the best. I mean, that's my joy, to see that my followers, my subscribers, people that I'm speaking to on a daily basis, if not daily, but yeah, you know what I mean. People that I'm speaking to, they are winning in their career, and that is exactly what this whole channel is about, to make sure that you're winning and to get into the tech space and also thrive in the tech space. You get me? So please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you've gained one or two things, which I believe, which I know that you cannot even lie. It's like I'm bullying you guys, which I know that you have gained. So please Give this video a thumbs up, put it in the comments as well. If you want to share your own experience of how you got your first tech gig, please share with us. Share this video as well to your family, friends, and everyone around you, and let them learn 1 or 2 things. I'll see you in my next video, my fellow tech stars. Until that time, I say bye.